solutions. She just really works on helping individuals, leaders, and organizations navigate grief and loss. She builds support tools and ensure they feel supported and stay capable through life altering change, where grief becomes a guide to growth and connection. I also wanted to just share with you all her information. She is a certified professional grief coach and again, creative that mind the transition. And she says it's not just a tagline, right? It's the key foundation of how she navigates the evolving transitions of life. So again, she's not here with us today, but I wanted to make sure that we shared her information with you all and let you all know that Rosalind and her framework and the Mind the Transitions are live and streaming on Grief TV via the Roku channel or online via grief.tv. So again, we are so fortunate to have Rosalind Kim and join us for the last 3 series of the grief of just understanding grief, right? And navigating grief, whether it's due to a loss of any kind or grieving someone while someone is still living. So we definitely had a great time with her. Unfortunately, she's not able to join us tonight. But again, she is definitely a friend. So I wanted to share her information. We'll also share it at the end of our podcast as well. We want to make sure that you are connected and that you reach out to her, especially if you're going through grief, you're going through something and you need a guide, because she is amazing. So I wanted to jump in now and just talk about what I put out there, right? I put a question out there because after one of our sessions, it was ambiguous loss, right? Grieving while someone is still living. And after that part 2, Andre and I always kind of talk afterwards, and we had a conversation, and let you talk through what you said and, kind of tell us a little bit about what that was.
Hmm. Yeah, this series on grief has been very enlightening, eye-opening. It makes you think a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
we finished with the episode, and I was just thinking. I told my wife she was actually grieving someone, and I was as well. And she asked me
Mm,
who, and I said, "Well, you."
mm,
And she looked really surprised. She said, "Me, I'm right here. What do you
yeah.
mean?" She said, "I didn't know that." So I just went on to tell her, just to keep it, short and simple. Um, the word busy came to mind.
Mm.
Anyone who knows my wife, have met her, have been to one of her events, have been connected to her in the corporate world for the last
5
25
years. Yeah.
years, knows how busy she can get and be. So going through this grief series, I was like, wow, some of it she's allowed me in with her events, helping her prep, even catering at one point.
Yep.
So thank you for allowing me to share your space.
He's a good cooker, so he's a chef. He's my chef, so I'm like, let me share, and people really enjoy his food, so why not?
And so, yeah, so the word busy came to mind.
Mm,
And sometimes we can get so busy, it becomes a barrier.
yeah.
It becomes sometimes just a habit.
Mm,
And you just go and go and go. And although I was involved in certain aspects of it, at times I felt like, wow, she's busy doing her thing, and I'm proud of her.
mm-hmm.
And it took some years for her to get to her purpose that I saw years
Yeah.
ago. So to see her doing it now, I'm like, wow, she's working on her purpose now. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I would like a little balance.
Mm,
So I told her today, as we were talking about it again, it's like one of those, some people call them seesaws, teeter totters,
mm-hmm.
balance and busy.
Mm,
Sometimes one goes this way, one goes this way. And sometimes busy wins. It's a little bit more.
mm-hmm.
So we got to find that balance in life to make sure you appreciate the time while you have the time, while you're still healthy and strong and you can do things together. So you don't have to worry about having regrets later on in life by not taking the time out for one another. So sometimes
Yeah.
I just miss you
Oh,
because you're busy.
well, I appreciate you even saying that because sometimes we are busy, and I know the season of not having young kids and, going and taking care of them, you get in that season of, as you said, walking in your purpose. And I was just like, if anybody knows me, I'm all in. Like I be going all in, giving it 100% because I can see it, I can feel it, and it just feels good to be able to give that. But I also needed that reminder. And I think one of the things that you said that kind of really stung a little bit was, um, if anybody has to wait, it'll be me. And I thought about that. I'm like, wow, am I putting other things in front of you? And to your point, it's not that you don't want me to walk in my purpose, not that I'm not going to walk in my purpose, but how do we balance that? How do I make sure that I'm taking care of home and family and just giving everything a piece? And if I think about even work, like work-life balance, it was a season in my life where I was working all the time and I wasn't taking care of family, and that really impacted us. And now that I think about it, I was like, I tell people this all the time. Our family doesn't deserve our leftovers, right? And so, whatever you got left over from work, whatever you got left over from whatever you're doing, your family deserves just as much as you give to everything else. So, I appreciate the reminder. And there's some work that I'm doing in myself and some things that we're doing because we tell you all the time we know some things, but we don't know all things. And we are continuing to learn. And this was a really great experience for us to kind of sit back and say, okay, there's some things that we need to take away and we got to work on because we're always working on our marriage. We're always working on our relationship, trying to make it better. And then also sharing because, again, if I didn't know that, then how do I improve? So I believe in communicating, and I appreciate you saying that. So this year I made a decision, and I made it before we even talked about this, but I have a book that's coming out. It's How to Be a Corporate Christian. Thanks to him. See, he give me stuff and he be like, I gotta go do it. So, but that's coming out next Friday. But that's the only thing that I'm doing this year. Usually I'm doing events, I'm doing all this stuff, but this year is really the season of me and us, right? Sitting with us and really just pausing for a moment. And that is something that I want to be intentional about. So I appreciate this session. I appreciate my friend Rosalind who brought this to life because I didn't even really know it was an ambiguous loss.
Mhm.
I didn't even really understand the grieving someone while they're still living. And it could be multiple things, not even someone, but something. Could be a job, it could be anything, as she stated. So, man, it's been a great 3-part series with her and all the knowledge that she instilled while she was with us. So I hope you all got something from that. I do see that we have some people on with us today. Hey sis, how are you? We love you. So we just really wanted to come on, talk through that, but also I wanted to share because this is the season of grief for me. My sister's birthday is today. And I didn't correlate that we were doing this live podcast on her birthday until today. She's been gone for 4 years. And I have to say that I have my moments of grief. When it initially hit, I was very broken. Uh, And I remember her telling me a month before she passed away that she asked me to be her at what she call it, the administrator of her estate. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have 50 plus years. We got this. But she's like, I'm serious because you about the business, you'll make sure my stuff is taken care of. So I'm like, yeah, girl, I'll do it. Just again, thinking we had all this time. And exactly a month later, she passed away unexpectedly. And I'm like, what the heck? And again, I had my moment, but I had to shift really quick because I had to go take care of her business. And she knew that about me. She knew that Omikio was going to take care of my business. I'm not going to have to worry about, my house getting taken care of, my business getting taken care of, my all the stuff when someone passes away. I don't have to worry about that because she's going to take care of it and she's going to take care of me. And God gives you that supernatural strength. And we ask for that. I ask for that specifically because I have 3 sisters, but Carolyn was the closest. Me and her were the closest, especially in the last 20 years, because we were doing things together. We were kind of like-minded. We were running our own businesses and we were collaborating together. So we were doing some amazing things together. So to lose her, it was like, man, that hurts. That stings a little bit. But one of the things that I find joy in is that we had plans to do some amazing things. And since she has passed, I've had 3 women empowerment events back to back. I've written 2 books. I've been a co-author in 2 other books. And I would have eventually done it. But the push that she still gives me today, she is such an inspiration. So there's joy, there is peace, and there's still a little grief too, because I cry sometimes too. So, but I'm thankful that I had the experience of her. So I just wanted to share my first time experiencing grief in that aspect with someone that was so close to me. And again, Rosalind coming on and sharing with us the different griefs and how everybody grieves differently. No one grieves the same. So she also shared with us that the way my husband grieves is not the way I would grieve. So I got to stop putting the way I would grieve on him, because I'm like, why you ain't, what's going on? You're not crying. Why you not sad all the time? But he's grieving in his own way. So I'm going to kick it over to him. I do see a couple people on. My girlfriend, Trish. Hey, beautiful. I miss you so much. Tanya saying love y'all. So we love you.
Hello,
too.
sis. Love you.
Trish says my sister's in the hospital and just told me that she put me in charge if anything happens to her. Listen, she got the right one. Hey, because I know you and you will make sure everything will be taken care of. It's something when they put people in charge. We want to pray for your sister and make sure that, and we're going to pray for healing. At the end of the day, that's what we want, healing. It's God's will at the end of the day, right? And I love that you said that. You said, Andre has said that a couple of times, that God has spoken. And I think that's what gives me peace with my sister's death and death in general. Again, I'm still sad. I still grieve, but I also have a source that just shares some great memories that I was able to experience. So I'm going to toss it over to you. We have Tanika on as well. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you to all who have joined us. We appreciate you so much for taking time out to be with us. Grief. Okay, so this is number 4, and tonight will be the last one in this aspect.
Right, in grief.
But just know we're still here for you in any way we can be after this series is over with. You have our email, and some of you know us personally. You can give us a call on our personal numbers and just reach out to us if you need us. We're still here. But when it comes to grief, it's common to all of us.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, whatever the loss, and whatever the season, it's common to everyone.
Right.
So I think we should just try to be there for one another more, to listen, to love, to share, and just try to seek some understanding. And when you can't understand, just be there, because we all need somebody. We all have to get through this life together. So I just thank you again for being with us. And we want you all to share, if you feel led to do so, a moment of grief, whether it's your first moment, whether it's what you're going through right now, what you may have learned from Miss Rosalind, anything you want to share in grief as we wrap it up tonight. This is an opportunity in an open format to just share. Yeah. Just share. We want to hear from you. We want to know your heart. We've given you ours plenty of times.
Yeah.
So we want to know who you are and where you are in this moment of your life. And for who had a sister in the hospital again?
Trish.
Miss Trish. Just know that we're praying for you and your family. We don't know details, but we know the source of who can help, who can heal, who can comfort and keep you in this season. Absolutely. So whatever it may be, God bless you and your family. But take the time to share with us. We want to hear from you tonight.
You know what? A girlfriend of mine called me the other day. Well, she texted me and she said, I'm not having a good day. And I immediately called because I'm like, hey, you ain't having a good day. I need to call. I need to hear your voice. And she was like, can I, she texted me back and said, can I call you later? And I was like, yeah, sure. I just wanted you to know that, hey, I'm here. Even if you just want me to sit and listen to you. And she called later on and she was just saying that, she was stuck in a house. She had injury to her leg and she couldn't get out and she was grieving her sister and her mom. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. And I just sat there and listened to her. She cried on the phone with me. I gave her some words of encouragement, but she just sat there. She just needed me to be on the phone with her. And it was a time where she just needed that space because she had been so busy that she hadn't had the time to just really sit in it. And that was her time to sit in it. And she was like, you know, sometimes you don't want to sit in grief. Sometimes you don't want to sit and be sad. You want to just stay busy. But what I've learned is when you finish with all that, grief will still be there. It will still be there. And again, everybody deals with grief the way they deal with grief. They experience it the way they experience it. And it's okay. But we also say like there's times when we don't deal with grief when we should. And Miss Rosalind, who came and was with us the last three series, she is a grief coach. She is a transition specialist, so strategist. I'm sorry, and that's one of the things we really want people to know: get help. Don't sit in it by yourself. If you don't know how to deal with it, if you don't know what to do, there's so many resources out here available to you. So please lean in and get help. Um, I'm still waiting for someone to share, but why don't you
Who's
share that Tanya just said yes, Erica, my girlfriend from Florida. Hey, Erica. Uh, so, um, if you want to share your first experience, or even whatever you want to share about grief,
Do you get a picture of this?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
Okay. While we're waiting for someone to share, if you feel to do so, you don't have to. Just open format tonight as we close out on grief. Um, my first experience that I can recall was at about 8 years old. And I had a little cousin named Tori, and she got diagnosed with cancer. And at the time, she's like my favorite little cousin. My mom and her mom were cousins, and we used to hang out at her house. She'd be at our house, and I saw her quite a bit. Then when she became ill, I saw the changes, and I watched her transition, and she eventually passed away.
Mhm.
Now here I am as a little boy sitting in this church, and I see my favorite little cousin in this casket with her little white, bonnet on her head, and I see people crying, and I'm confused. I don't really know what's going on, and nobody really explained anything to me. But I knew it wasn't a happy time, and it wasn't. But when it was all over, the nights were very difficult for me. Just sitting in my room by myself, it's time to go to bed, the lights are out, and I just kept seeing her, kept thinking about her. And I was afraid 'cause I didn't understand. And I don't think I ever spoke on it too much, but it was very difficult not to have understanding of what that meant, why it happened, what was going on. And, I was 8, 9 years old. I was just left to kind of deal with it the best I could. But it was a season where I first remember feeling grief and a loss,
Mhm.
Especially since she was so small. It's pretty sad to me, but it was my first experience I remember vividly
Hmm.
with grief. And, to this day, I still remember her face and things that she did before she passed. And yeah, she was 2. So that was, for me, it was sad. But we get through things in life. We go through seasons. We grow, we learn. Sometimes we grow, unfortunately, unsupported.
Yeah.
Things go unspoken, and we keep it and we carry it. And it becomes a weight on our hearts and in our minds because we don't feel we have a place to release,
Mm.
or even a place where people will understand or even care sometimes. So we carry it and we hold it. And then as life goes on, things build up
Yeah.
on top of that. on top of the next thing we hold.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, more grief hits, more loss hits, and we find ourselves so heavy at some point,
Mm.
and we don't know what to do. We isolate
Mm.
ourselves, we push people away, we start to think certain ways, and we don't want to be bothered with people, thinking they don't want to be bothered with us. So many different things come out of not being okay.
Mm.
So take this year, take this season to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Take some steps to healing, to understanding. Start the process of healing, opening up, having conversations, trusting somebody again. And I know sometimes we look to the church and sometimes we get hurt there, but we have to trust somebody. We all need
Yeah.
somebody. So find somebody you can trust, somebody that's going to listen to you, somebody you can talk to. You need an outlet. We all
Yeah.
need an outlet somehow, some way. But we love you all. We're here for you. If nobody else, you have two people that are willing to listen and to hear you out.
I want to piggyback off of that because we be having this insurance at work and we do not use it. We have mental health insurance, we have EAP. There's so many resources that we don't necessarily tap into. And it goes back to what you said. Sometimes we just don't know because one, we haven't been taught to use resources because we didn't see it happening. Well, I'm gonna talk for me. I didn't see it happening when I was growing up. I didn't, so when you don't see it and you don't know how to process it or what resources to use, you can find yourself in this, I don't know, spiral of sitting by yourself and staying stuck in it. And I would encourage you, just what Andre said, reach out. There's so many resources that are available. I'm going to put Rosalind's information out there again because again, she is a grief coach, and we do have our cousin Sue on as well. She
Hello,
said,
family.
"Hello, cousins. I'm finally getting a chance to catch up with you. Grief will come and grief will go. That's why it's so important to forgive and be forgiven. That's so important because we all need someone to confide in.
Yes.
You hit the nail on top of the head with that. Listen, I have been going through this process, what I call complete forgiveness. I've been holding on to stuff for what? I started going through it in my mind. I'm like, why are you holding on to all this stuff? What value is it adding to you? So I just started jotting stuff down, and I'm going through this process, and I'm not done yet, but I'm really like evaluating and just going through and saying, what is this? Why are you holding on to this? And I'm really processing this, not by myself, because I cannot do it by myself. And I'm a coach, but I also need a coach and a therapist and everything else that can help me. Because again, in order to be the best version of me I can be, I need all the help I can get. So I take it unapologetically so I can be who I need to be. But again, going through that process, and maybe we'll share it another time. But I think some of what you just said, Sue, is that forgiveness piece. Forgive and be forgiven. That's so important.
Yeah, and that forgiving part, we have all been forgiven.
Mm.
God has forgiven us. He's given us a second chance, another chance, an opportunity every day to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
And because you have been forgiven, you have to forgive.
Mm.
So lighten your load. Don't walk around so heavy.
Yeah.
Don't allow the pain to keep being that weight that keeps dragging you down. Stop pulling that stuff around with you, dragging it around with you every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Loosen up a little bit.
I love what Sue said. She said, absolutely. Hold on to things that after a while, you don't even remember what it was, right? Don't even know the full context of it, and you just holding on to it just because.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go. Forgive and move on. And I know sometimes that's easier said than done, but when you sit and you like peel back the layers and you're like, what? What was this? If it's years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago, what are you doing?
Yeah, so grief, like my wife said, it hits in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to experience it at some point in life, and we'll experience it in our own personal ways.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can tell us how we feel exactly. Nobody can tell us how to go through it. Sometimes we can't even explain the feelings,
Mm.
but there is help.
Yeah.
There is knowledge out there, knowledgeable people. There are experts. There are people who are specifically trained, available, and willing to help you. So please connect with someone, some way,
Mm,
somehow.
yeah.
If you a believer, pray. Ask God to help you and see you through. If you don't trust anybody right now to help you, whatever it may be that you need, please seek help. Please allow something or someone to help you get through these seasons so you can enjoy some of this life. We don't know how much time we have left.
Yeah.
And knowing that, enjoy some of it.
Mm,
Everything's not going to be easy. Everything's not going to feel good, be good. But there are some things that are good about this life.
yeah.
So enjoy it. Find that place of peace, of joy. Laugh a little bit more. Live a little bit more. Just enjoy some of it.
You're right. I'm in my season of enjoying life. Listen, I still grieve. And one of the things I've learned is I allow grief to just happen. I allow it to just happen. Um, Sometimes I'm finding myself in a moment where tears just come. And I'm like, hmm, I don't try to suppress them. I don't try to suppress my feelings. I'm just sit in that moment because I I'm off that. I can do that. I can
Mhm.
sit in this because sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes I need it. Sometimes I need to cry. Sometimes I need to do an ugly cry. And you know what? I'm gonna give myself permission to do that because I'm missing someone in that moment. And I want to make space for that. And that is okay. And sometimes we got to just give ourselves permission to just go through that season of grief. And want to reiterate again, and if you can't go through it by yourself or you don't know how to process it, get the help so someone can walk through it with you to give you the appropriate way of how you need to do it so you don't stay stuck in it where, to Andre's point, you don't live life. Because listen, there's a lot going on in life. There's a lot to be happy about. And then even in our sadness, I think about the memories that I have. I even think about the memories of Andre's mom. Let me tell you, when I tell you someone who is so funny, I was like, she should actually be a comedian. But she would have us cracking up during Christmas time, during Thanksgiving time. And I still can remember those moments. So we find ourselves during Christmas time and Thanksgiving time reminiscing and laughing and just enjoying the moment of what we had, those memories that we shared with her. Same thing with Carolyn. So, I have so many great memories. And sometimes when you can just remember those moments when that person brought a smile to your face or y'all shared a joke or whatever the case may be. Those moments count. And I sit in the good times that I had, the good memories that I have, and those things help me through it. So um, we don't have
Yeah.
anything yet that anyone's willing to share right now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Again, we just came on to close this series out. I am traveling next week, so normally this would have been next Thursday, but I didn't want to leave you all with 3 weeks because we come every 2 weeks to have our podcast. So as we close out this grief series, we wanted to just come and see if anyone had any other comments. We talked about ambiguous loss, and that is grieving someone while they are still living. And again, Andre mentioned that when we first came on, how we've experienced a little bit of that, and we're working through that. Um, but I also think about toxic relationships, whether, sometimes you have to end friendships or love from a distance is what I would say. Or maybe that's, a job, right? You may have gotten eliminated from a job, or maybe you left the job, and that was something that you held dear to you. So grieving could be any loss, right? But I've never heard about ambiguous loss until Rosalind brought that to our attention. And again, such a great person that you can reach out to. And I'm going to just share her information just one more time as we're going through. I want to pull her information up again just so that you can see her because she's so beautiful. Rosalind Price, grief coach and transition strategist. She is an amazing person who talks through grief. She's the creator of the Mind That Transitions. A little bit about her again. She helps individuals, leaders, and organizations navigate grief and loss. She builds support tools and ensures that everyone feels supported and stay capable through life altering change, where grief becomes a guide to growth and connection. And I love that. Also, her and her framework and space Mind the Transitions are live and streaming on Grief TV and the Roku channel or online via Grief TV. So just wanted to share a little bit about her. This is some information that I will also put in my post afterwards, so you'll be able to see it. But she has a lot of resources for awareness, compassionate tools, and sustainable action. So again, if you want to reach out to her, she is available. And again, be able to go through get some help if you need it. All right.
Okay. Any more comments?
I don't see any comments. Oh, hold on, wait. I see another comment. Tanika said, I'm going through a divorce, dealing with my thoughts on that. On February 3rd, found out I was pregnant only to have a miscarriage 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
I am relieved, but I feel guilty that I feel relieved. Sorry, it's so heavy. Well, one, we want to thank you for sharing with us because that's two things you're going through at the same time, grieving both your marriage and grieving your pregnancy, but at the same time feeling guilty because you are relieved. As you go through this, Tanika, I want to encourage you to reach out. Don't go through this by yourself. It's a lot to carry on your own. And sometimes we need a resource that can help guide us through that. So I want to encourage you to get some help with that because that is heavy. That is heavy. And I don't want you to have to carry that burden by yourself.
Yeah. And I'll just say, if you want to, we would like to pray with you, offline once this is done or in the days to come, if you feel up to it, we're here for you. And we'd like to pray for you and pray with you if you'll allow us to do that. So just let us know. And we'll be checking in with you and checking on you.
Yeah. I know y'all hear us talk about God a lot. I want to just tell you, God is a source of our relationship. God is the source of our life. We would not be where we are today if He was not in the center. So we're going to keep talking about Him because He is who He is. And hey, I'm staying strong I'm holding on strong to Him. I can't let Him go. I already felt what it was to not have Him in my life. So once I got Him in, listen, hey, we Him for life with Him. Understand that. So I'm sorry if we talk about God a lot, but I'm not sorry because again, that's our source. That's not only our source, it's our resource. It's what we do all day, every day. And we would not be the people that we are today if it had not been for God coming in our lives and really seeing us through some difficult times. So, hey, Tanika did say, Tanya said, yes, much needed. And then Tanika said, love you both. She said that, thank you, that will be fine.
Thank you.
Tanya, listen, sis, you too, because I know you're going through a lot right now too. If you need prayer, if you need someone to talk to, I know we don't talk a lot, but we are here to support you anyway. We need to. And Andre wants to get back to, we talked about family time, right? It's so funny because we live in Dallas and we've kind of gotten away from our family, but as we are becoming more seasoned, we want to be around family more because it's so important. And who better to spend time with than family and just love on each other? So, Sue has said, "Amen." Through the good and the bad, He, the Creator, remains the same. Absolutely, Amen. Again, this ain't no church service, but God is all in it through it, and we will continue to do what we do. We will let Him lead us through everything that we encounter in life. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Well, you say it on church service, but we are the church and we're serving right now. So hallelujah and amen. Yeah, so I don't know Miss Trish, you know her.
I do know Miss Trish.
We would like to pray with you as well, if you will allow us. Um, we love to pray. I love to pray.
Yeah.
We love to encourage. We love to inspire. We love to share.
Yeah.
And we think sharing is really good. It helps other people to
Mhm.
understand that it's nothing you can go through that somebody has not or is going through.
Yeah.
It's not something new, something made up just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has been through what you're going through, what you've been through. Somebody else understands and they can share their experience with you.
Mm-hmm.
So always know that somebody cares, somebody loves you, and somebody's willing to be there for you and with you. Like I said before, there's two people you're looking at right now
Mm-hmm.
that are willing and ready to be there with you and for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Tashala?
It is.
How you
Sharon
doing?
is Sharon. Hey, sis. Yeah.
So just let us know
Yeah.
when you all want to get together and pray and share if you want to. And yeah, let's get through this life together. You know, this is our together journey.
It is. Talk about our together journey, because I think we some people know what this together journey is and some don't. So as we get ready to close out,
We moved from Illinois to Dallas in 2021. And I saw this as a new beginning.
mm-hmm.
Our children were grown, we were empty nesters. And I said, you know what? It's time for us. You know, through all the ups and downs, in and outs through the years, you know, let's go and do something for us
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
That's been my word for the last 4 years, together. And, you know, we thought about the podcast by way of, I mentioned him before, who I consider to be our last spiritual leader
Mm-hmm.
that we respected and we listened to, Apostle James Lattimore, who passed also in 2021 while we were moving here.
Mm-hmm.
I thank God for his presence. We met him what, 2012?
2012, I believe so.
Around 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his beautiful wife, Miss Florence Lattimore, who we love dearly.
Mother Lattimore, if you're listening.
We thank you so much for sharing your husband with us. He was an older man, wise. We clicked right away. Within, I think, 15 minutes of him being in the room, we just clicked. And it was definitely an honor to have known him, and he shared some things, and it made me feel relevant. You know, sometimes we don't have those people in our lives to make us feel relevant. Sometimes we have people that are jealous. We have people that try to limit us. Different things we experience with people in life. But he was one that I can say I truly respected. I feel he respected me. And I remember our last conversations. He called me on my 50th birthday. I didn't expect him to. It's about 10:30 at night. And he said, I wanted to save the best for last. The last call. I did it on purpose. I said, oh, well, thank you so much. I hadn't talked to him in a while. And he was sick. And he was going through a lot of things, cancer. And he knew the time was near. And he reached out to me so we can become closer. And a little space came between us again. And things didn't change for him. He started declining. But, you know, I had a chance to share with him the love of God, how God saw death and what he was going through. And he said, you know what? The way you break things down, it made me feel better. He said, you really know how to relate things to people, you know. And I was like, well, thank you for allowing me the opportunity. And he asked me, had God given me the name of a ministry, a church? And I told him yes, and I told him the name of it. He started praying for me, and he developed churches. And he called me pastor that night. He said, you have the heart of a pastor. The way you share, the way you love, the way you do things, and how you encourage. And he always wanted me to pray for him. So I prayed for him. And so he blessed me. He said, you are a pastor. He wanted to help me to establish a ministry, but he, you know, God has spoken and he's no longer with us. But I really appreciate the time he took with me and to encourage me and to inspire me and to even see me in that way.
Mm.
So thank you to Apostle James Lattimore. Thank you to his wife. We call her Mother Lattimore. And this podcast is because he encouraged us to do this.
Mm.
He said, find a platform. People need to hear you speak.
Mm.
A lot of people are talking, but they need to hear from genuine people,
Mm.
people with genuine hearts, people that truly care about other people. And he said, listen to what I'm saying to you. This is what you need to be doing. So we moved and some years went by, some things happened. And, you know, I kept hearing it.
Mm.
And I told my wife, so we have to do it. I
Mm-hmm.
keep hearing the apostle's voice.
Mm.
And I feel like I'm being disobedient because the way
Mm.
he prayed for me after he called me pastor, he went straight to God in
Mm.
prayer and he blessed me.
Mm.
And I said, okay, we're going to do it and see where it leads.
Mm.
We'll let God lead us.
Mm.
And here we are. And
Yeah.
here you are.
Yeah.
And we are grateful
Mm.
that you have joined us tonight and everyone who has joined us in the last 20 episodes.
20. This is 21.
21
Mhm.
episodes.
Yeah.
For all of you have joined at any
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
at any space that we've shared. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you joining us. We don't do this for numbers. We don't do this for likes. We don't do this for popularity.
No.
We're doing this in obedience to God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so to God be the glory with everything we do. We thank him, we praise him, and we're thankful for you.
Got a couple comments.
And let's hear it.
All right. So Tosh is just sharing some encouragement with Tanika. She said, Tanika, my heart is truly with you right now. You are carrying so much at once. The grief of your miscarriage and the emotional weight of a divorce. That is not something anyone just pushes through. Amen. Please give yourself permission to feel everything without judgment. You didn't just lose a pregnancy. You lost hopes, dreams, and possibilities, and that deserves space and compassion. I couldn't have said it better, my sister. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you for just encouraging another person on this live. That's what it's about. When someone is going through it, sometimes we gotta sit in the well with them. Like, hey, you're not by yourself. Yeah. And sometimes there's nothing that we can say or do. Sometimes it's just sitting there with them, sitting in that moment. Yes. And whatever it is that you need me to do, I think that is something that we've learned too, is sometimes we want to give people what we would want versus sitting and asking, what do you need from me? How can I be with you right now? How can I help you? So asking what they need versus giving them what you think they need, because they are not you. They may not need what you need. They may need something different. So we want to sit in that well with you, sis. Whatever you need, even if it's just sitting on the phone, whatever it is, you got us.
If I have to Uber your favorite food to your house, I order.
Hey, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
And Cousin Sue said, you all are doing a wonderful job walking your calling.
Amen. Thank
Amen.
you. Thank you for the encouragement. Yeah. We love you.
You know what? And it's funny because I laugh about this, but I was like, the podcast, we ain't doing no podcast. And I said that because, sometimes you want things to be so perfect. And we're learning that. And again, we say it all the time. We know some things, but we don't know all things. And we still learn every single day. But we do know about life, love, and relationships. We've been through some things. So we do know some things. And we are experts at some things, and we are professionals. We are certified in some things. So we do know some things, but we don't know all things. And one of the things I love about even this podcast, since we started, we've learned so much and we've taken so much back, because it's, again, you all are sharing with us, and we'll sit after a podcast, we'll listen to it ourselves and be like, ooh, yeah, that right there, that was good. How do we apply it in our lives? So we're giving, but we're also receiving. And that is so amazing. So whenever you want to share something, put it out there, because you don't know how you're helping us. Because again, if we're helping you, we hope we are anyway. You're helping us too. You're giving us insight too. So we appreciate you always, always, always. Tanika said, you all are an amazing, genuine couple that have been very pivotal in my life in such a short time. We love you too, sis. Listen, again, we come from the heart. and we come from the source of God. Whatever God downloads to us, that's what we share. And sometimes we don't even know what we're gonna say. Like this podcast, we didn't know what we were gonna say. Well, we was gonna share a lot, share a little bit, share some. We just didn't know, but we always allow Him to lead us, and that's what it's all about. So that's what you see. You see God through us, and we're not trying. To His point, we're not trying to get no numbers. We're not trying to get no popularity. Cause listen, I mean, be quiet, Mikio. I got enough friends, is what I'll say. Tanya said, I always enjoy and I'm always left with encouragement. Thank y'all. Sis,
Well, thank you, sis. We
love you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
I'm going to leave it to you.
All right. Well, we thank you all for accepting the invitation of prayer. We just want to be there as much as we can. Like my wife always says, we don't know everything. This is not a know all be all. We're not know it alls. We won't portray to be because we're still learning.
Yeah.
So the things we share are the things that we've gone through, the things we've learned, the lessons learned, the information that God gives us. I'm not a scripted person. When you see me on here, it's me talking from my heart. And as I listen, sometimes God is speaking while someone else is talking. And God is speaking through me to you. So I allow that space for Him to use me for His glory and to help you all. So, and you all do the same for us, like she said, as you speak, as you share, it touches our hearts as well. But one thing about grief, it hurts because you care. It's a reminder that you have a heart for someone else, that you actually care about something or someone else. And it's good to be in that space to care. To have love, care, and compassion and concern for someone and something else. So it's not all bad. So it helps, it guides, it leads, and it makes you stronger because you get through it. You go through the season, but you always have the memories, like my wife said earlier. And the memories, they make you smile, they make you laugh, they can make you cry, but they never go away because they're personal to you. No one can take those memories from you. So cherish those memories, appreciate the time, and embrace the space you're in right now. And what would that person want you to be doing with your life right now? If they could say one more thing to you, what do you think they would say to you? They would want you to keep going, keep living, keep loving, keep giving. Enjoy, be the best you can be. Take a trip, forgive, laugh, all those things that make you feel better. So it's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. We're human. We're going to do those things. But to reiterate, live, enjoy, embrace. There's so many things that God has created out here. So many places you can visit. So many things you haven't seen or experience, even the small things. Just having a bowling party, just so you can laugh, whether you can bowl well or not. So do something to enjoy, to laugh, to enjoy yourselves and other people.
Make the most out of life. We only have one life to live. And I think sometimes, sometimes it's not taught, but as we learn, listen, there's some things that I wish I had been taught sooner. Because sometimes it's like, dang, if I had that 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But as you learn things, as you grow, as you have memories of your loved ones or someone that meant something to you, to Andre's point, grief is about, you really care about those individuals. That's why, it breaks your heart sometimes, or it makes you sad sometimes. But hold on to those great memories. Hold on to the space that you had with that person. And what do they want you to do? What would they be saying to you? Cousin Sue says, I miss your mom. I sit back and laugh at the things she said. Yes. Oh my goodness. Miss Marilyn will have us rolling with stomach hurting, cheeks hurting, just making all kind of, she was just, in my opinion, she was so silly, but it was so fun. And she said she sit back and she laughed at the things she said and did that had me in stitches. Memories of all the good times. Absolutely.
The good times. Yes, yes.
My friend, Mr. Randall Sharp.
Hey, how you
My
doing?
sister is my sister's friend. Hey, he said, "Hey guys, you look great." Is there a specific topic or theme on this episode? We're talking about grief. And what fine time is today is her birthday, right? But we were talking about grief. We just finished our grief series. This is the end of our grief series. We'll come back in about 3 weeks because I am traveling, y'all. I'm sorry. And we'll talk about something different and we'll let you know what that is. But please feel free to go to our YouTube channel, and we have all of our episodes out there that you can take a look at. We talk about different things. We talk about life, love, relationships, and all the things that may happen in between. So nothing is off limits for us. We just like to talk genuinely about whatever comes to mind. But this topic has been on grief and how you deal with the grief of a loss of a person or a thing, a job, and ambiguous grief, grieving while someone is still living, right? Maybe that's a toxic relationship that, maybe a verbal abusive or physical abusive, whatever, and you just had to, hey, I love you, but I gotta separate this. Or it could be a thing that's still here today that you're grieving. So we had a grief coach. I'm going to pull her information up one more time just because we're ending our podcast, and I'm going to keep talking about it because that's what we do. Listen, I'm always going to ride for anybody who are doing something I want to share. So if you got something out there that you're doing, share with us and we'll share it with the people too. Rosalind Price, who is a grief coach and transition strategist. This is her information. She's a certified professional grief coach and transition strategist. She is the creator of the Mind the Transitions. And she is, I'm going to put it up here. She is currently on live TV, streaming on Grief TV via the Roku channel, or on live via Grief TV. So again, we love that she was able to come and share with us for the last 3 series. If you need help going through anything grief-wise, please reach out, get some help, have someone to walk you through it. Don't sit in it alone. I want to turn it back over to you to close us out, Andre.
Okay, well, thank you, Brother Randall, for tuning in. We appreciate you. It was a pleasure to meet you. What, 4 years ago? Almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I pray that your journey has been blessed, and we just thank you for joining us, taking the time out to check in. Mm-hmm. So as we close, we talk about grief and about someone that still may be here, and it can also be someone with dementia.
Oh yeah,
that's no longer aware of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That can be tough. I've never experienced it, but I can't imagine living a certain amount of years with someone and you no longer know who you are.
Yeah.
So they're still there, but they're unaware.
Yeah.
And that can hurt deeply as well. So there's so many things that we can go through in life that can cause us grief, divorce, any type of loss, as we've spoken of before. But God. We'll never stop talking about God.
Ever.
Because we know who has seen us through.
We got evidence.
Evidence. And the evidence is sitting right in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
A&O Connect. And if I can change that "and" to anything, it would be God. Yeah. So we just thank you all once again for joining. We thank you for taking the time out again. We thank you for your comments. We thank you for your care and concern.
I said likewise, brother.
Amen. Sis, I'll give you a call tomorrow sometime. I love you. And for all who have agreed to allow us to pray with you and be there for you, just let us know when you're available. And we look forward to sharing with you.
God bless you, my sister. I'm going to text you after this. So you just let me know when it's a good time for you, and we'll definitely connect.
And I want to thank our friend Machiko Walker.
Yes.
It was her request to talk about grief because she lost her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She was going through some things, understandably. So we thank you, Machiko, for just asking us to share this with others and sharing your journey with us and others as well. And we know you couldn't join this evening, but we pray that you are strengthened and God will continue to bless you and keep you as well. So with that being said,
I do want to say one more thing.
Okay.
when you said Machiko, like she brought up the grief series.
Yes.
She was going through something, and what that did was it opened it up for other people who were going through similar things. And we
Yes.
were able to bring an expert on the phone with us to go
Yes.
help to really give some processes and techniques and some resources of how to deal with it. So if there is any time you want us to bring a topic on to our live, let us know. You can definitely reach out to us via Facebook or our email account, which is ANOconnect at gmail.com. And that's the word ANDO, connect at gmail.com. And listen, or you can even say it on one of these calls. Listen, she said it on one of these calls, and we were like, say less. Let me get somebody. I know somebody. So if we don't know someone, we will find a resource, because again, it's all about helping each other. It's all about how do we get through this life together. Like, we can't do this by ourselves, and we already spend a lot of time trying to figure it out by ourselves, and we don't have to. There's so much knowledge out here, and there's so much wisdom out here. Why not share it with each other? So with that said, sir.
Amen. Well, this is the end of the grief series. It has been very enlightening and interesting. We're grateful again to Miss Rosalind Price for sharing her expertise with us and taking time out to be with us on A&O Connect.
Yeah.
So until next time, we pray that your journey is blessed, and may God continue to keep you. We love you all, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night.
Have a good night. God bless.
Thank you for tuning in.
When words were hard to find, we never gave up on love, no, 'cause you made a promise you'll always be